Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Here we go again. Regardless of what you may think of, of my videos, you cannot accept the reality that I bring to you. I'm only here to give you the truth. Are you ready for the truth? The truth can be the truth is always a double-edged sword. You can accept it, but then by accepting it, you're going to have to make some changes in your life. And that is something that people are not willing to make. That is a sacrifice that people are not able, by nature, are not able to make. Now, if it's good, if it's for the ungood, if it is for glorifying God, no. They are ready. They are more than ready. They are more than willing and able to do the left-hand side of the devil and do bad things. And what are bad things? When we do our will. We got to do the Father's will, ladies and gentlemen. Not our will. Not our will. So anyway, let me just read you some things over here. Some realities. Again, once again, I will emphasize this. I will never stop emphasizing this. Okay? Regardless of what you may think, the realities that I'm about to read to you is something that you can check on your own. Don't forget the links that I'm going to send you, okay? First, you cannot deny that the United States is a kingdom going down. It's not even a country, it is a corporation. That is a fact. We are still paying. Do you know that the United States still paying the United Kingdom? Do you know that the United States sends $24 billion to Israel? Almost actually increases by the year, even more. Every year. What does that tell you? The people that are in control of this country. All right. Now, just as long as you understand that. While America is being sucked, the United States, the vampires are sucking the America's blood supplies dry. In fact, the United States is prophesied in the Holy Book to fall. The purpose of these videos is for you to be ready when it does fall. And when you see it falling, you don't be surprised. In fact, hopefully you will not be in the midst of it. By the Creator's mercy, you won't be here. I certainly won't, but I'm telling you, even if I be here, the United States, my Creator will protect me. Remember Psalm 23? I may read it to you, where King David talks about Psalm 23. Okay. Now, so the United States and the world has gone crazy. Okay? Period. There's no denying it. And you may say, well, Ruben, what is your concept of craziness? It's not my concept. Who is me? I'm just a soldier of God. I'm just a sinner just like you. In fact, I probably done more evil things than you have. I've been to jail. I sold drugs. Remember, I'm in my 50s. As I was growing up in New York. These are some of the these are some of the realities. These are some of the I'm just gonna give you some of it, just the tip of the iceberg, which proves that the United States has sold her soul to the devil. And it is crazy. And it is a matter, it is not when or if. I mean, not if it's gonna happen. The question is when. These are some of the things that people are pushing for ever since George Floyd's death. Ever since George Floyd was killed, savagely killed by a police officer. Defund the police. Now, you know who else is pushing that now? The LA Union. The LA United Teachers Union. They won't open school until police is defunded. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, George Soros is working the American society just like he worked, just like he brought down the pound. He destroyed the United Kingdom's economy. This man is evil. He's not even wanting his native land, Hungary. Defund the police. If you defund the police, don't you see what's going on here? See, the idea of defunding the police is just a UN agenda thing. It's got UN all over, written all over it. Because when you don't have, when you live in a lawless society, anarchy will engulf that society. Where mayhem and destruction will be the order of the day. In fact, George Floyd's family lawyer, what did he say? He asked the United Nations to get involved in this. This is part of Agenda 21, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing happens by accident on this planet. These people have literally locked down on so many levels this world. People don't think anymore, they just follow. Let's keep going. So defund the police will only bring what? Mayhem. There will be no law. The people will die like you never seen it before. Now, mind you, okay, here's the interesting thing. Okay, the police organization, it is just like the religious organizations which they control. It is a Masonic, it is part of a Masonic organization. So what do you think is going to possess these cops to do, especially against God's people? Now, the reality is that God's people, which is the tribe of Judah, so-called Negroes, the African Americans, the Hispanics, which are composed of many, Issachar, Simeon, and Haitians. I mean, it's a whole bunch of them. Zebulon, Ephraim, Manasseh, which are the Cubans, Ephraim, Puerto Ricans. Okay, so let's keep going. So, mind you, more white people are killed by police officers than there are black people killed by police officers. but we don't care about reality. But the reality is, again, is that in the name of law, they have established their own law. Look how the Supreme Court, the most hypocritical organization on this planet. It has the 10 commandments there, but they still allow a mother to kill babies through abortion. Because they say that a human being is not a human being until it is born. You see how a concept is so satanic? See, I don't count my birthday when the day I was born. I count my birthday in the day that I was conceived. Let's keep going. Number 2, Redskins in the Redskin NFL team. Again, people, we are living in a crazy society. Again, connected to the George Floyd thing. You see how everything's working out? Do you see where I'm coming from? Due to George Floyd's death, all these changes have come down. No more Aunt Jemima. Remember the cop show? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bop, boys, bop. Nope, no more. Redskins changed their name. I don't know what they're gonna change the name to, but you see how they are pandering and giving in to this madness? See how people love to give to madness? So you mean after 80 years, you was making fun of the Native Americans? Of course not. That was not the purpose of it. It was, in fact, how can you be making fun of a certain ethnicity? How intelligent, how smart would that be in terms of a commercial? How smart would it be in terms of a marketing thing, of a public relations? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's cut the crap. The Redskins have existed for 80 years. And you mean to tell me that now you got offended all of a sudden? Because of what Black Lives Matter is pushing? Come on, people. Black Lives tell you to your face that they are trained Marxists. Take it or leave it. Accept it or deny it. That's who they are. Like it or leave it. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. So the fact that you Native Americans, who are my brothers and sisters, I love you all, but man, you got bigger fishes to fry here. What is the big fish to fry here? To understand what is happening in front of you and to have a strong relationship with your maker, with your creator, the great I am, whose name is the great I am. Okay? Then once you do that, that's all you need to do, and wait on your Father, who's going to destroy going to put an end to all this madness. So I guess you chose to be part of, oh no, we want change now. Well, yeah, we want the Redskins. What about the Cowboys? You're going to change that too? The Cowboys killed a lot of Indians. I mean, I heard some guys talking about that even when you crossing the light, because it turns white, that's a form of systemic, which is, by the way, the next one, systemic racism. Yeah, we are getting ridiculous because the master of ridiculousness is the devil. And we are all serving him, whether we want to accept it or not. We don't make sense. And And moving on to number 3. So I make a call to all my Native American, the tribe of God. Stop it. And let us weigh on, because let's say that even if this thing was made on purpose, that the Redskin picked your name on purpose. Don't you see what's going on? This nation was given up to these people. We don't even belong in this land. Do your research. You Native Americans don't even belong in the continent of America. We Hispanics don't belong here. We are God's people. We came from the Holy Land. But as a punishment, God spread us all over the planet. And how do we live in those places? Throughout hundreds and hundreds of years. Slavery, suffering, depending on the government. It's all part of the scheme. Let's go. 3, systemic racism. See, these are catching words. That's how they are brainwashing you. Okay, and it all started with what? COVID-19, the pandemic. Are you freaking kidding me? See, it started with COVID-19, then it was George Floyd. Now all of this thing has come down like a domino effect. You got defund the police movement. You got the team changing the names. I mean, what about the Cowboys? What about the Patriots, man? The Patriots, bunch of white guys, right? It's too late. Because even like I was gonna say, even if this was mean in a racist kind of a way, meme way, evil way, to use the Redskins name. Okay, even if that was the case, the damage has already been done, which it wasn't. That wasn't the purpose of it, because the Redskins represents warrior, which is, by the way, what God is looking for right now. The great I am. That's what He's looking for. True warriors, real soldiers that will withstand the test of faith that is coming down the pipe. Because of our faith will try to be shaken, but we know what's up. 4, COVID-19. I mean, I'm not even gonna. I have talked so much of this. If this was a case in a court, I would win hands down. These people have played with the numbers. They have killed people in nursing home, like the Andrew Cuomo did in New York, by bringing infected people into the nursing home who had compromised system. By the way, am I saying here that COVID-19 is a lie? No. They have created, it is a real virus that they created. In fact, they announced it back in 2019 with Event 201. I have sent you the link. Google it. Go to YouTube. Event 201. Okay? Along with Hopkins University, Bank of America, Bill and Melinda Foundations, Michael Bloomberg. These people are all part of this game, ladies and gentlemen, of this evil agenda. They were talking about this on October 18 of 2019. Do your research. They were planning this whole thing. This is just but this is nothing more than the back case of the flu. Even Dr. Fauci said it. But they want you to believe. They want you to be scared because they will control you. This is all a psychological game. It has always been a psychological game. Ever since their God, the devil, whom they call Lucifer, try on our first parents. And look where we're at. 5, white supremacy. I'm not even gonna, I'm gonna leave that alone, man, because it's so ridiculous. White supremacy, really? Do you even know where the color white came from? It came from the father of the 12 lost tribes of Israel. Except that read it. Genesis 25 up to, I believe, 32, verse 32, verse 33 or something like that, 37. Read it. The story of Esau and Jacob. And he described you how Esau was going to look. All white people are the descendants of Esau, whether you want to accept that or not. Okay, they are called Edomites. But that doesn't mean that we should hate white people. In fact, we should be an example. We should love them. We should help them. How about some brotherly love on this planet? No, that's no time. There's no time for that. We have an agenda going on. We ain't got time for you, Reuben. Exactly. Keep on going. Keep going. Please, don't listen to me. 6, a Me Too organization. Again, and I'm just putting these catchword phrases so that you know. You can do your research on it. And number 7, Black Lives Matter. Well, you know my take on it. The fact that when you say Black Lives Matter, that's it. That makes you a racist. So by nature, we human beings, on a psychological level, whether we are aware of it or not, when we accuse something or somebody of something, we are more guilty of what we are accusing somebody of. Projection. So Black Lives Matter, in fact, they even take it a step further, and they say that they are trained Marxists. How about that? Yeah, Marxists have killed countless millions of people through our history. So let me just tell you who are the playmasters here. Okay? The main character of this horror movie that the United States and the whole world is going through right now, especially with COVID-19. Dr. Fauci. His job was to collapse the economy, the United States economy, with the pandemic lie. Not that the COVID-19 is a lie. I'm saying that that's why it's called pandemic, because COVID-19 is the worst case of the virus. When was the last time that the United States wore a mask? Did the United States require mask for Ebola? Did the United States require masks for the regular season flu? Did the United States require masks for the swine flu? Ladies and gentlemen, please. Don't you see that we've been played at a psychological level with fear? When the only person, or the only that you must be afraid of is the Creator. In fact, the Bible said the fear of God, of the great I am, is the beginning of wisdom. So Black Lives Matter is all a game. See, because they always come with a nice concept. You understand? Religion comes with a nice concept, with a nice package, but look at the consequences. Now you see why government is able to control them, because they know that they are able to control them, because their God, the devil, was the one that created those things. So Dr. Fauci, and he said it himself, he didn't care about the fact that he was going to bring the United States economy down. 2, George Soros, his job was to destabilize the country using George Floyd as a scapegoat, as the fall guy for the riots and violent protests, which, by the way, was a planned event. And what did God's people do, especially the lost young people? They destroy their own community in the name of justice. Oh no, yeah. Oh, man. 3, Bill Gates of hell. Bill Gates of hell is going to come as the savior with the Gavi vaccine and ID 2020, which Donald Trump support. And I'm going to send you the link where Mr. Donald Trump is actually saying beautiful thing about Gavi, which is owned by this dude. So the United States has a national debt of $26 trillion, which he knows he's never going to pay. Those are the facts. There is a shortage of coin change like quarters, pennies, nickels, and dimes in the United States, testing the waters before they collapse the dollar. First, they're going to start with the coin. Now, why are they doing this? Because you are taking everything they tell you. They're telling you to put on a mask, you're doing it. They tell you to jump off a bridge, you would do it too. 3, COVID-19 cases are growing exponentially on a national level, so we need to shut down again. See what I mean? In the meantime, billionaires are being made through COVID-19. Don't we see the writing on the wall for America's future, people? Or do you still think that I'm some kind of a nut-job conspiracy theorist? Remember, you cannot escape reality. You cannot escape you. I'm about to finish. Now, in terms of God's people, let us go to Amos chapter 3, verse 2. Amos chapter 3, verse 2 said, "You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities." You see? And then 3 says, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" It's referring to the division that God's people are having right now. Okay? And they hate each other, right? Now, Psalm 83, and I'm done. Psalm 83, this is talking about the plan that they have always done. Look at this. Psalm 83, verse 4, it says, they have said, George Soros, Dr. Fauci, Dr. Birch, Donald Trump, and Bill Gates, they have said, "Come and let us cut them from being a nation, that the nation of Israel may no longer be, may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee." See? So my people, I make you a call again, and stop bringing out the statutes. You are making yourself ridiculous. And stop trying to make changes now. The changes will happen. It would not be nice, and it would not be brought about by human hands, because humans have been the cause of the problems. We are the problem. The government historically have been the problem. Since Julius Caesar to Alexander the Great and to Adolf Hitler, they all have tried to bring a new world order, and they have to control this whole planet. They haven't been able to. God is going to give them 3.5 years that are gonna fly like you never seen time. If you think time is flying now, wait till we get there. Because as it is it says verse chapter 24 of Matthew, it says, if those days, in fact, let us go there for 1 second. Let's see if I have enough time. Oh, too late. I may not have enough time, ladies and gentlemen. But go to Matthew 24.